Hi everyone, welcome to the health tip this week. It's Dr. Marco. So we're continuing on our Help Your Liver series. So today I'm just going to talk about just a number of foods. We're just kind of chosen a bunch here, just that can be very helpful for the liver in different reasons. So as I said in the past, your liver takes toxins out of your body, protects your brain and all those parts of your body from all the harmful things that are in our environment. And you want to help it do its job, so there's going to be a number of foods that you can try to integrate into your diet that can be very helpful. So I think my number one food for your liver, once again, is the apple. And once again, I talked about why the apple is like a hydrating, living water storage unit, basically. So the apple is living, hydrating water that we can bring it into your liver. And the cool thing about structured water, the way nature kind of makes water alive, like water has all these different shapes to it, and it can kind of bend and things, and your liver can actually compress the hydrating water from your apples that you eat. And in case you go sometime in the future where you don't have some water, you're kind of dehydrated, the liver can kind of break that out and let it go back out into circulation to keep your body hydrated so you don't dry out, sort of thing. Apples are really good for, obviously fiber source and all that kind of stuff. They're bringing in good glucose, and they're also kind of helping to starve out pathogens that you may have, bacteria, yeast, and mold, that kind of helps knock that burden down. Wild berries in general, but wild blueberries are the number one as far in that family. Your liver has these things, they're special kind of macrophages, which are, we call it your innate immune system, that kind of reads things coming in from the environment and just takes whatever it needs out of the environment if it's bad. And your liver has these, they're called Kupffer cells, and berries are really helpful to make sure the Kupffer cells do their job, so it's like the frontline defense for your immune system in your liver. And other types of raspberries and blackberries, they're all kind of helpful too for the antioxidants and all those kind of things. Brussels sprouts are really important. Actually, the whole sort of call them the brassica family, like Brussels sprouts and broccoli and all those things in that sort of category. They all have a really important sulfur compound, and a lot of us are becoming sulfur deficient in our environment and in our world, and unfortunately there's certain things they're spraying on our crops which help take sulfur out of circulation, so there's a lot less of it in our food. Sulfur is really important for helping things dissolve in your blood. So certain things like cholesterol, for example, usually needs to be carried on a particle, like they call it an LDL or an HDL, because that dissolves in your blood. But if you attach a sulfur unit to a cholesterol, that will help it dissolve in blood too. So sulfur is really important for a lot of functions with cholesterol, and it helps your liver immensely there. Celery, you know how important that is. We've talked about that many times, having celery juice on an empty stomach, because the microsalts inside the celery help destroy pathogen membranes, but they help take heavy metals or other things that might be in circulation. It kind of grabs onto them, and the charge of these, the minerals in the celery helps to grab onto those and take them out of circulation. Artichokes are a good one. They kind of have a special phytochemicals in them that kind of helps your liver, filter out toxins from what you're eating, so that's a good one. Cucumbers are the cooling food, let's say, because when your liver is working really hard, anytime an organ in your body is really working overtime, like your brain or your liver, they actually get hot. They heat from their activity. And cucumbers obviously are a very cooling food, so that's very good for your liver to kind of cool it down. Lemons and limes, we've talked about that one before. The roots of the lemon tree go really, really deep into the ground, so they kind of grab a lot of trace minerals and things that aren't really found in a lot of other vegetables or fruits. And so the minerals in the limes and the lemons help your stomach produce stomach acid, which is really important because your stomach acid is there to protect pathogens from getting into your body. So if you eat something that has like a E. coli on it or something, the stomach acid will destroy that before it gets into your intestines, so that's how it's protecting you from getting pathogens from what you're eating. So high stomach acid is really important in the liver. Lemons and limes help that happen, and it also helps your liver in a bunch of ways too. Dandelion greens are good. They're kind of like I don't want to call it astringent, but they're kind of like a herb. I know a lot of Italian, my grandmother, she used to go and grab the dandelions and she would make a tea out of it. So dandelion tea, dandelion greens, they have that sort of effect to help your liver kind of squish out the bad stuff, kind of have a little squishing effect to get your liver to kind of detoxify in a bigger kind of quick way. And raw honey, Anytime you get honey, it has to be raw, organic, or non-pasteurized. Anything that's heated, it's going to be damaged. But the way the bees go, and they go to different flowers all through the environment, so they're grabbing up different phytochemicals and different things, and it's all getting concentrated into the honey. So there's a lot of microminerals and micronutrients, and obviously the glucose in the honey is good for your liver. And a lot of times if something is overheating, like if you, those people that have those wing, they're doing those wing contests where you eat the hottest wings. Drinking water doesn't help, but usually you have to have either a piece of bread or sugar will help cool down that heat. So glucose is actually important if your liver is heating up, but you want good glucose, not like sugar, like table sugar, but glucose from proper fruits or honey would be helpful for cooling down your liver if it's overheated. And then the other one, the last one here, there's many others, but just, cilantro was the last one. Because we have a lot of heavy metals in our environment that are very unproductive and not helpful for our body, cilantro has the ability to kind of bind on to some of those heavy metals and take them out of your body. I don't like the taste of cilantro at all, so whenever I try to have it, I just try to sneak it into my heavy metal detox smoothie, and I just put a little bit in because the flavor can be overpowering, but I try to sneak it in whenever I can. But that's really good for knocking out heavy metals and taking those out of your body too. So that's kind of sort of the top 10 list of foods that can help the liver, and hopefully that was helpful. And we'll see you next week, and I'll probably be talking about herbs or other things that you can take as well, or nutrients and things. So we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.